YouTube, man, what's good with y'all? Welcome back to a brand new video on the channel. Hope y'all doing good, man. In today's video, I'll be deconstructing one of my favorite beats that I made last year. Yeah, I was just going through all of my beats that I made last year when I was making my annual video. I don't know if y'all seen it. Should pop up in one of the corners. I'll make a video like that at the end of every year where I just like combine all of my favorite beats that I made in that year and just put it into one video, into one mix. So make sure to go check that out after watching today's video. But when I was going through all of the beats, I came across this beat right here called Inner Child, which I made with my boy 808 League. Shout out League, man. We probably made this beat at like 2 a.m. just cooking up on Discord at night. And I realized I didn't record me making the beat, or I never deconstructed the beat. And I like it so much that I really want to share it with y'all. Go over how I made this beat from scratch. So let me get my headphones out and I'm gonna play it for y'all, man. Beautiful, bro. Emotion in it. I hope they all see why it's my favorite beat of the year, man. So I guess I'll just start out with the sample. As you can see, got a lot of layers in the sample, so I'm gonna just go past every layer and deconstruct it. First sound that we started out with for the sample was this soft piano from Labs. I believe it's free. And we started out with this pattern right here. I believe Leak started with this sample. Since I like to complicate all of my samples, apparently he kept this very simple. It's just like a basic triad chord with the middle note pitched up to the next note in the scale. We're working in D minor, by the way. Moved it down, strummed all the notes too. Little interval right here. Down to A sharp major chord. And I think the main reason why this sample sounds so emotional and nostalgic is because we're not using the root note of this scale, which would be D. Like that, we pitch it down to A sharp. You're like expecting it to go up to the root note, goes up to C, down to G. So we're not following the root note, but we're staying in the scale, if that makes sense. So when we had that, when arranging the sample, I made some slight adjustments. For example, we got this part right here, which I switched up the root notes at the end. So it's the same sample, or the same pattern, I just switched up the end right here. You feel me? And why it sounds so good is, of course, the notes are going up in the scale, and the next note would be D, the note of the scale that we were working in. So you would expect it to go up to the D, but it goes back down to the A sharp. You feel me? So creates a lot of tension, but that makes it sound nostalgic, in my opinion. Also match some of the notes up top right here to kind of create some sort of counter melody that fit well with these root notes. So that's the second version of the soft piano. Then we got a third pattern as well, and I think I just pitched it up an octave, just to make it stand out in the arrangement, so it's not too repetitive. It would make sense after I go over all the other patterns that we added. So that's pretty much it for the soft piano. It already sounded good, but I kind of enhanced it with an EQ, getting rid of some of the low mids, boosting some of the presence, a compressor just to kind of even it out. Next, open up this short delay and some reverb without the effects. Sounds like this. Not too much depth to it, but it brought it to life. So that's it for the soft piano. After that, we layered it with some more sounds. So we got this electric piano and this pad right here. So it's really good, the electric piano. It's the same chords, just extended it. You feel me? Like the same root notes, A sharp, going up to C, down to G, with the same chords right here. It sounds like by itself. This Stage 73 V2 Arturia plugin, I believe. The Good Vibes preset. And I used an EQ finisher micro just to add some particles to it. Some distortion, very noticeable, and some reverb. What it sounded like before. Really complements the soft piano really well. After that, we added this pad just to kind of thicken the sound up, make it sound fuller. Once again, the same chords. It's a beautiful sound, bro. It's a preset out of Xenology, the soft pad 10. Pan that to the left, just kind of separate it from the other sounds, just an EQ and some reverb. Also pushed it down very low, very quiet. Perfect transition, like, yeah, it's perfect. Still got a lot left, but I think these are pretty much the essential sounds, the foundation of the sample. All right, so after that, we added this lead, which acts as a transition. You feel me? Like, just a simple sine lead, I think. But it's actually called simple sine, bro. I didn't even know that. So it's a basic pattern. Basic triad chord, D, F, and A. And then I believe it's a 9th chord. Just added one note up top. Some EQ and really boosting that presence. Some delay and some reverb, just kind of give it some depth. Next on the intro, we added this bell to it. There's some ear candy. Really catches your ear different in that transition right there. Just some ear candy, like I said. In the higher octaves, we basically just followed the scale and kind of played around until something matched the other sounds. The glockenspiel preset out of Xenology as well. I think we didn't really go too crazy on the effects either. Some EQ and delay reverb. Very quiet as well, but complements it really well. Next we got this string, which only comes in at the bridge, just to kind of build it up towards the hook right here. Slowly building up. We cut all the other samples out. At this part right here, we cut everything out. Just kind of build it up to the hook once again. It's a preset out of Flex, the all string slow preset. Some EQ and a reverb once again, just to blend it into the other sounds. Next, we also added this vocal layer in the second part of the verse. It's perfect for a verse. Perfect. Really enhances that nostalgia, like the nostalgic feel that the samples got to it. Must have used Arcade for that. The Distant Voices Bank and Chariot Spirit. I believe it's this pattern right here. I just rendered everything out and chopped it up into one audio clip. Shelved it out with some EQing. Took out some of the harsh frequencies, some compression, shaper box to pan it out from left to right. Just kind of separate it once again as reverb. Also pitched it up, I think, yeah, 1 octave. Alright, so after all that, I added this guitar to it in the second part of the hook. Just kind of add some variation to the first part of the hook when it fades into the second part. Makes it sound very human as well. Crazy. EQing, compression, some chorus to widen the sound out, delay, reverb, and distortion. That's beautiful. Next, to still keep that guitar sound, but not this pattern, since it's quite busy. I also wanted to add that in a verse. Got this sound right here. Just a reverse guitar with the shaper box right here. So I believe what I did is reversed the original. There's one part right there. You hear that crunch as well. If that's a shaper box, same effects. Like I said, added the shaper box. See crunch preset and it kind of fades out. Oh, this sounds cool. Kind of built off. So the only sounds that we got left now is the bass of the sample. Right here. Just following the root notes. Also following these root notes right here. Just adding some notes in between the root notes just to add some more harmony to it. That's pretty much it for the bass. It's one of my favorite basses to use out of Synology, the homie bass. Sounds really good. Only some EQing, cutting out the highs, and some distortion. Also got this drum loop right here. I don't know where we got this from. We might have made it from scratch actually. Yeah. Let's see. This boutique mallets. Yeah, I used to play the drums, so I snapped on this shit for real. But we rendered this out into an audio clip and then we processed it. We shelved it off, of course, took out the highs, half-timed it, turned the mix down to 16%, some compression, reverb, and distortion. Really adds another layer, like some character on top of the sample. And the second part of the intro right here. It's very subtle though. I'm like already introduces some rhythm to the sample without the drums playing. Last thing we added was this texture out of a Cymatics kit. That's what sparked the idea for the nostalgic feel, you feel me? Like that's why it's called Inner Child. Got kids playing. Some chickens. Really like enhances the feel. Like, you feel me? It really blends into the beat. Like, wouldn't sound the same without it. Would just sound like a beat, and this sounds more like a sample, like a feeling, some nostalgia. Like, really like adds a lot more emotion to a sample. You feel me? Like, it makes a huge difference without it being too present. Yeah, hard. Fades into the second part. It's crazy. I think that's pretty much it for the sample as well. And after we spent like 2 hours on the sample, I just added some quick drums to it, just to make it into a beat, you feel me? Since I wanted the attention to go to the sample instead of the drums being all over the place and all the attention just going to the drums. I just kept it fairly simple. That's what the drum pattern sounds like. We got this cymbal, got a sub bass, kick, hi-hat, snare, open hat, percussion, a counter snare. All of the sounds came from my Make Believe collection kit. Out right now. Use the sounds from the drum library. As you can see, it's packed with sounds, man. If you're still looking for some sounds, I just dropped this kit, man. So I should go check it out, man. First link down in the description. But we started with this cymbal on every first bar, just to kind of increase the impact. You feel me? Like, nothing too crazy. After that, we added this sub bass and a kick. Very deep sub. Just following the root notes. Also matched the kick with the sub bass. Added some double notes every here and there. Basic rack kick. Kick right there. The sub that we used came out of Nexus. The basic sine, just a sine wave, pitched down very low to make it sound a little bit more present. Add some distortion to it, just magma a little too. Next, just laid down a 2-step hi-hat and a snare. To really match the kick. Next, we got this open hat. I believe I added this note in a lower velocity right here, and I believe I also cut the open hat, so when this note starts, this note right here cuts out. You feel me? Like instantly chops off the open hat, just enhances the bounce of the drums without adding another sound to it. Next we got some percussion right here. Got this sound right here, and that's out. Also added some delay to that sound. Last sound that we added was this counter snare, just to kind of swing around the main snare. got a lot of bounce to it without there being too, like, a lot of drum sounds, you feel me? Kept it fairly simple, but it's got a lot of bounce to it. Next, just kind of chopped up the drums. For the verse right here, like, very open. Sub bass coming in. No kick, no percussion. Also got this triangle right here. Very open. Only the soft piano and the vocal into the bridge. With the string as well. Back into the hook, like, beat crazy, man. Other thing we added to it was this riser, transition, and this cymbal, this crash roll right here. I think that's pretty much it for the beat, man. Yeah, beat crazy. So if y'all want to listen to the final beat, I'm gonna have a link down in the description if y'all are interested. So I think that's pretty much it for the beat as well, for the deconstruction. I just had to deconstruct this beat on the channel, so I hope y'all enjoyed the video and learned something from the video as well. If you did, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, man. Trying to hit 100,000 subs this year. If you like the sounds that I used in today's video and all of my tutorials, man, make sure to go check it out. In the first link down in the description, got all of my kits on my website, dirkey.shop. If you want to support the channel, also make sure to leave a comment if you got any suggestions or content you want to see on the channel in 2025, man. I read every single comment, man. So I think that's pretty much it for today's video, and I'm gonna catch you on the next one, man.